Hey everybody. All right, welcome back. So we're the week after the race. Last week's video, I apologize, it was a lot of just pictures and slideshow basically. I lost my SD card that I had of the week prior, which really bums me out because the whole team was here and I had time lapse of the entire week of putting the truck together. I really wanted to show that footage because I want to give credit where credit's due. Everybody showed up and dove right into the truck, and they worked really, really hard to get this thing to the starting line. And really bums me out because I took it out of the camera so we could put a bigger chip in because this camera was going to be the one mounted in the truck, and I wanted to make sure we had plenty of memory. So when I took the chip out, I set it someplace where I wouldn't forget it. And yeah, typical me fashion, I misplaced it. So luckily though, Mandy, our videographer on the team, she's awesome. And she took a ton of photos and stuff and, got enough for me to put a video out. So if I find that SD card, I will definitely get a video out to show the guys' work. So I never really got a chance to show you the truck, so here it is. It looks awesome. Overall, it ran great. The issues we had were basically human error. So when we first got in the truck and we took off out of our pits to go line up, because it was 3 o'clock in the morning when we did a lot of the work, there was some welds on the steering column that weren't quite up to par. So right out of the pits, it broke and couldn't steer. So we got towed back to the pits and Steve jumped on the welder and welded it up. And then we got out, and at that point, in the haste of trying to hurry so we didn't miss our start time, I got out of my normal routine of what switches I turn on. Brett was getting his belt on, so I was trying to help him out. So I turned some switches on that he was supposed to turn on, just trying to help him out because he was busy. And in doing so, I forgot to turn on the water pump. And on our way to the pit, or on our way to the starting line, it overheated and blew one of the rubber coolant lines off the front of the engine. Normally that would be an easy fix, right? But in this situation, it was right on the front of the motor. So the whole front end had to come off, the tins had to come off, and then the repair wasn't that easy because when the rubber lines swelled up, it rubbed against the alternator belt and actually put a slice in the rubber. So Richie and Murph dove in and everybody did. Everybody jumped in and got it fixed. So that put us quite a few hours behind our start time. But nonetheless, we finally made the starting line and we made it through the starting lap. And then our patch just didn't hold and it blew about 2 miles in. So that ended our day. But I got out of it what I was expecting to get out of it. I'm not the type of person that's gonna set unrealistic expectations, because then you just set yourself up for disappointment if stuff goes wrong. We were racing for our first race ever, the toughest race in the United States. And to go in with an expectation that we're gonna kick its butt is just not realistic. We're all new at this. This is a brand new truck and a brand new team. So I went in with the expectation of making the starting line, which we did, and then learning a lot, and we learned a lot. So the crazy thing is they want to run the Mint in March. So the Mint 400 is usually in March, but because of the pandemic last year, they postponed it to December. That's why we ran it in December. But they're going to get right back on schedule and run their normal race date in March. and the team is super gung-ho to do it. So yeah, we're gonna take what we learned from this race and we're gonna apply it hardcore in March, and I think we're gonna do really, really good. The big stuff on the truck that needs fixed is I was running a high and low radiator system. I had 2 radiators, and I think it's really prone to vapor locking. So I'm going to get rid of the 2 radiators, and I'm going to go with one giant one, which is right here. Came yesterday. It's a big 4-core aluminum racing radiator from Luxorad. And then also I'm going to get the steering all buttoned up. I got a steering quickener. We're going to use that in conjunction with the electric power steering. And let's see what else. We had a little bit of a computer issue with the computer that runs our lights. So I've been in contact with the company that makes it, and we're going to get it fixed up and good to go. So, and then the truck's getting rewrapped. Yeah, the good news is we don't have a whole lot to build. We just have a little bit of modifications and improvements to make. And that's going to leave a lot of time. You know, we've got 4 months, and it's going to leave a lot of time to test. And it's going to leave a lot of time to give to the team, which I really wanted to last time, but we just didn't because we were too busy finishing the truck. But this time I'm going to focus and give the team a lot of attention. We're going to practice what the team needs to know as far as pits and stuff like that. So that's where we're at. I'm going to start all over. I'm going to tear the truck down and do a post race on it and get the modifications and the improvements made on it, and hopefully have her back on its wheels and running, ready to test the end of this month. Brett and Kim are going to come back a couple more times before March, and we're just going to shake the truck down really hard and test it. And yeah, we're going to be really prepared for the Mint. And so yeah, long story short, we're going to do it all over again. We're going to bring you guys along. So today I'm going to tear the body off and start stripping tins off, and hopefully have time to get to the that broken water line and get it fixed. Yeah. Keep it going. So yeah, I just gotta say, thanks to everybody for subscribing and following us and watching our videos. It's amazing. We're like, all together, we're over like 60,000 views, and it's awesome. And all I can say is thank you, and I appreciate it. The team appreciates it, and we're gonna do it all over again for you guys. And this time we'll have a lot more footage of actually racing and not so much braking. But yeah, thank you. Subscribe, ring the bell, and like us, and just thank you, and we'll keep it going for you. Yeah, thanks. show you what I'm doing. Our steering, as you know, it broke, and we just had to weld it all together in the pits. So I've been working on cutting all those welds out. I've got the rod all cleaned up. I put this new joint on, and it'll be threaded and tapped on there. This is gonna go right here, just like it was before, except this time I'm adding a quickener. This is a 2-to-1 ratio steering quickener, and it'll go in here like that. I'll fab up a mount for it to hold in there, but basically, oh, it's upside down. It'll go this way. So basically it's a 2-to-1. We try to do this so you can see. The electric power steering has a ratio in it already, but I don't know what it is. But you can see it's basically every whatever units of measure, say 2 inches here, or 1 inch here is 2 inches there. So you can see how little I'm turning it with my hand, but how far it's turning over there. So yeah, so lock to lock on the steering wheel should give me the equivalent of a full rotation on the wheel, whereas I only have to go this far to get the wheels to go all the way left to right. And then with this and the assistance of the electric power steering, it'll be really nice. So that's what I'm working on today. I got the coolant line out. It was this one that went here, and it rubbed on the belt. When it got hot, it expanded, rubbed on the belt, and blew. So I'm just gonna replace both of them, because the other one looked like it got a little warm on the heat on the header here. Probably when they were in here trying to fix it, you know. But everything else looks okay. Got a little bit of an oil leak, but I'm pretty sure it's the AN fitting off the oil pump on the other side. And then also, I'm gonna replace the brake master cylinders. I bought new ones. Those, I didn't realize it, but when I bought those, they're high volume master cylinders. The piston inside is 1 inch diameter, so it pushes a lot of fluid, not a lot of pressure. Since I'm not running a booster, because I don't have the room for it, I need high pressure. So they were delivered yesterday. I got the new 3/4 inch bore high pressure master cylinder, so I'll replace those. And then our brakes will be good. I got new rotors coming. Going to a little bit bigger rotor to give a little bit more braking leverage on our wheels. I'm just gonna put all 13s all the way around. That way all the rotors match. So anyway, yep, that's where I'm at.